Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar. This is a place where I like to feature mostly Lego, but today we're going to be talking about something that's not Lego and comparing it to something that is and something else that's not. It's the Flying Scotsman. Now, this is my fourth time trying to start this video, so hopefully this one will will turn out. You don't need to know that, but this is a video. If ever I was going to use a script, I think this would be the type of video that I need to do it because this I had so many questions or thoughts after building this blue bricks Flying Scotsman. And I got the Emerald Knight. We're gonna be looking at the Flying Scotsman by Blue Bricks next to the Emerald Knight by Lego. And I got an actual Flying Scotsman by Hornby Trains in OO gauge. If you don't know, I've done several videos over on Trains Are Fun. I collect the Flying Scotsman. So I was trying to get the Flying Scotsman on as many different scales and types as I could. So I got a lot of the toy ones, the ones based on Thomas and Friends. I love the Hornby, the Hornby one with the face, with the Flying Scotsman face from the TV show for Thomas and Friends. I'm not going to have that one out here. I just got the regular standard one, which you could buy here in the U.S. Hornby mostly you get in the U.K., I think, but they do have an American division, and I got a whole bunch of. I got like four Flying Scotsmans. Actually, no, take it back. I got five. I got five HO scale Flying Scots. It's just a problem. So anyway, the when I was going over to Blue Bricks, the reason I went to Blue Bricks is because I watched a video by Brian from Battery Powered Bricks where he interviewed one of the, I think it was a media guy for Blue Bricks, did an, did an interview, and I placed an order because Blue Bricks is losing the Star Trek license according to that interview. So I wanted to go ahead and get a couple Star Trek sets, but since they have this flat $35 shipping, I got two trains as well. So I got this one. We're going to be looking at the Flying Scotsman, and I got the General, and I got two Enterprise ships. And if you go back far enough in this video, or not this video, this channel, there's been like things I've said about third-party bricks, and I've also have been honest. I think that I have a lot of third-party brick products, but I've been very limited, despite that, on things that I will buy and things that I think are good because some of the stuff is I've had has just been very bad. So Nanoblocks makes some interesting thing. It's just not an enjoyable build. Mega Blocks has done some good things. They've done a lot of bad things. The modern Mega Blocks got a lot better, but it's hard. They seem to only be doing like Hot Wheels cars and Pokemon, and they do a lot of things that the people that like those things are they're probably good, like the Pokemon, the Halo, the cars, the Hot Wheels cars. But it's rarely do they do anything to interest me. The only time they ever did anything that really interested me when they did train stuff, and I got all the Thomas and Friends stuff, but it was more Duplo compatible things. So I've been very critical of especially knockoffs where companies just copy other people's ideas and make brick built sets like Lepin did. But this, I don't think. Now, Blue Bricks is its own company, and they get legitimate copyright, like they or trademark or whatever you call it for things like Star Trek. They do make builds that are, I guess, like mocks. I think this Flying Scotsman might be something like that. I don't speak German. I don't research very well. I don't know. So I'm in the middle. Oh, this video is sponsored not by the Norfolk Western Railroad. This I wanted to wear a train shirt. So this Norfolk and Western, like the 611. Is this a 611? Yeah, this is the 611 locomotive. I think I have the 612 or something. I don't think I actually have the 6. I need to get the 611. So I'm wearing a train thing. So anyway, so the reason I should have done a script because I'm so squirrel brained. Actually, it's dog brain thinking of squirrels. um, Dang, I'm just insulting myself. So while I was building it, I had some thoughts about the quality of the bricks because I've heard other people talk about how bad things are and how good things are. Uh, you close your eyes, you can't hardly tell. I mean, the bricks were good. I, I feel almost dirty saying, yeah, they weren't bad. The bricks weren't bad. And only time will tell if they will suffer the same fate as some Lego bricks do. Of course, this has dark green, black, a very tiny bit of dark gray, and light gray. So those aren't all colors that tend to age poorly. So like my Emerald Knight, it still looks great. It's 15 years old, I guess now. It still looks, or I don't know, when did this come out? I forgot. It's pretty old. And it still looks great. So we'll see how the bricks hold up over time. But for $35, it's not a bad price for this. Now it's not the most stable build. I did have somebody comment about it doesn't really hold together until you're done. Yeah, it doesn't really hold together. I mean, this is one of those, if you took it to a show or you run it a lot, I'm sure there's going to be things that are going to be falling off of it. One thing that it got right, so this one, the Blue Bricks Flying Scotsman, it only had online instructions. So I was looking at the online instructions, and I knew it had these dark gray pieces, so I kind of skipped ahead to the tender with those dark gray pieces, and I was like, how come they can show clearly the difference between dark gray and black, but Lego has a really hard time with that. The colors look exactly like the colors on my tablet. I used my tablet to build it. The colors were sharper and easier to follow than Lego. Now, they did have some things like they would show the parts you're adding, and there'd be like a 1x2 they're adding, and it was going under a piece, and they weren't showing you that it was under a piece. You just had to, I guess that's under there. I guess that's where they put it. So there were kind of, some quality control issues with the instructions. Not that the instructions were wrong. I don't think they were. I mean, I built it, I think, the way the instructions showed, but it could have been better. And also stability issues, the order that the pieces are applied. It's not the best, but it also isn't the worst. And again, this is like building somebody's mock. I don't think this is like a really vetted out set like a Lego set where they think about who's building it, what age it's for. But that being said, it came together pretty nicely. There is one glaring thing I don't like about it, and it's the connecting rods between the big wheels. They just they don't look right. They're rubber. They're not rigid, and it's hard to keep them straight. I might need to trim them down a little bit. I tried pushing them into those Technic pieces as far as I could. They may need to be trimmed a little bit, but they just look goofy. And they don't go into anything. So I was looking at the Emerald Knight. Now, the Emerald Knight uses those Technic pieces, and those don't look great either, but at least they got the kind of the motion going, right? So they got that going for it. Another thing with the Blue Bricks Flying Scotsman is it's got those dark green wheels, which are more prototypical to the actual Flying Scotsman. So I have the Hornby one. It's got green wheels. So does this one. So I did like that. Now they got green wheels in the back. I can't really tell on the Hornby one if they're green on the tender. The tenders, all these tenders look a little bit different. And the main thing is the Emerald Knight was designed to add power functions. So, and I did that right away. So I actually don't know what happened to the parts that go inside the Emerald Knight. They were used to be in my extra parts, but I think I determined that I would never take the motor out. So I got a motor in the locomotive, and I have the battery box in the tender. And the it's the rechargeable battery box, so I don't ever have to take it out until it croaks completely. But the designer of whoever designed this Blue Bricks Flying Scotsman, I think they designed it to add all those functions into the tender. There's room to put a battery box, and it's got an odd way they did the. It's got the same number of axles, but they built the back of it like a 9-volt or Power Functions motor box. So it'd probably be super easy to convert it to 9-volt. Just put a 9-volt motor in there, or to cut it or convert it to Power Functions or power it up or whatever. Just put the battery box in there and run the cable. They left a hole in it to run the cable, so they were thinking ahead about that. And yeah, there's no way to do the locomotive. And they provided traction tires. I put traction tires on all of the wheels so that when it's being pushed, they will roll. Because sometimes if you don't have those traction tires, they'll kind of slip when they're being pushed. And they did design it brilliantly. The center wheels are kind of free flowing. It's a little unnatural, but it allows the locomotive to go around the regular Lego curve track, which is amazing. But it is more kind of a unnatural look, and maybe that's why they use the flex hose for the connecting rod. Whereas Lego has the wheel that doesn't actually really have the flanges in the middle for the Emerald Knight, but the Flying Scotsman by BrickTsar, they float. So yeah, you can go around a curve. But that's some of the main things with it. I just the Emerald Knight was $100 back in the day, but it came with one car. This one's only $35. I don't know I don't know what else to tell you. It doesn't suck. It's not it's not garbage. And you can choose to be like, I don't like it. I don't want to deal with third-party bricks. I have no interest in third-party bricks. I get it. I understand that completely. You have every right to feel that way, to not corrupt your Lego collection with non-Lego stuff, although all of you have done it. Even those of you that say you're a Lego purist, you've done something that is not technically Lego pure. I do a whole video on that. Everybody thinks they're a purist, is not really a purist. Stickers and other customs. But anyway, this does need stickers. Probably could get some third-party stickers from somebody and put on there. Probably even get the ones that you use for the Emerald Knight, but they'd be wrong. I need some that say 4472 or LNER. Then it would work. I lost my train of thought again. Oh, I'm talking about trains. So yeah, you can. It's not for me. BrickTsar is not for me. And all those other companies, I get it, but I don't think you can say that it's garbage. And I don't think you can say it's stealing. Who is stealing nowadays? Because I mean, there are a lot of I don't think any of the parts. I'm thinking no, other than the parts never appeared in that color, perhaps in Lego. All the elements in this, as I'm building it, they pretty much are Lego molds. So there could be some question there. Are they're just copying Lego designed pieces, maybe, but yeah, Lego didn't really come up with the plastic brick idea themselves, did they? They just made it better. So, and now other companies are making theirs better, which in the end, even if you don't like it, I think it's a good thing in that it's going to make Lego do better, hopefully. I was taking apart some modulars. I took apart 4 modular buildings today before I filmed this. One of them was the downtown diner. Not that old a set. The reds were breaking. The reddish browns were breaking. You still haven't fixed the problem, Lego. And so I got worried when that happened. There's a set that's fairly recent that has a lot of dark red. It's the Jazz Club. So that's another one of the ones I took apart. It did not break, but I said give it 5 years and we'll see. So hopefully having competition that's legitimate. I hope Blue Bricks is viewed as legitimate. I hope it's not. They're not doing anything scummy. I don't think they are. I think they got a ton of designs out there, a ton of sets that are available. Um, but this again, I'm not sponsored. I'm not going to go Blue Bricks crazy. I just I had to try it before I am overly critical of it, and I was pleasantly surprised. So thank you for watching this ramble of this. I stole that from Joey. This this unscripted, unsponsored video about a Blue Brick stuff. But yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna be doing a lot of it, and some of it might appear on one of my other channels instead of this one because this is a Lego focused channel, and I am still, despite the ill feelings I have about some things that Lego does. Uh, Overall, I wouldn't be collecting it this long and have this much crap down here if I still didn't like Lego. So yeah, my preference is still Lego. Don't worry.